It is a beautiful morning here in Boston. And, just so you know, Rosanna really didn't want to do a video today. And I told her, I said, your mother watches these videos every day. Say good morning to your mother.
Bom dia, minha mãe. Bom dia. Tudo bom? Como vai?
Yeah, tell mother what you're doing today.
Estou indo para Boston para conhecer a cidade onde nasceu os Estados Unidos.
Tell your mother that you are, let me come over on the other side here. So tell your mother that Boston is where America was born.
Yeah, I told her.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And tell your mother that the thing that you want to do the most in Boston is shop.
Eu falei pra ele que eu queria fazer compras lá. Ele falou, não, você não vai fazer compras. Essa é a cidade de onde nasceu os Estados Unidos. A gente vai conhecer os lugares históricos. Mas eu disse a ele que eu quero fazer compras também.
Exactly. So folks, that's what she said that she wants to do. She wants to shop. As we do you have our tickets? Okay. So she wants to shop, and her lovely mother wakes up every morning like clockwork now to tune in to Tom TV. She's tuning into Tom TV every day and looking for her little Rosa. And Rosanna's going to be a big celebrity down in Salvador, in Salvador, Brazil. Everyone's going to want to see the adventures of Rosanna, our little Rosanna from Salvador. Look at her now, shopping in Boston. Wow. Okay, folks, so here we go. And what a great way to end a trip. What a great way. 1 week ago, we were waking up in a Cabela's parking lot over up in Portland, Maine, I should say. And here we are 1 week later, getting on the ferry over here in Hingham, Massachusetts, taking the ferry into the Boston Harbor. So here we go. Let's have a great. It should be a nice day. It's about 8 o'clock. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning as we begin our trip. It's about 8 o'clock, and this would be a normal commute. People would normally be commuting on this boat over to the city on Monday through Friday, but today it's just made for shoppers. This is the shoppers ferry going over. All right, is this where you want to sit? Okay, sounds good. All right, so off we go. What a nice adventure this is going to be. And the weather today, you couldn't ask for nicer weather. Temperatures are going to be in the low 70s and not a cloud in the sky. We are underway and can't go outside onto the deck, but I can share this view with you right out the front window of the cabin. And I was just telling Rosanna that this ferry actually will take people right to Boston Logan International Airport. So there's several people here on the ferry on this Saturday morning with suitcases, and I can assume that they're on their way to Boston Logan. So if there were an earlier ferry, it would have been nice to have been able to put Rosanna on a ferry tomorrow morning over to Boston Logan. And if I come across over here, I can show you the scenery right outside the left-hand side of the boat. You have some beautiful homes just over there. Maybe I can zoom in. There you go. So there's some probably pretty pricey real estate, I would assume, just over on those shores there. So it's about a 45-minute ride into the harbor. And I brought a tea bag along with me. And I'm going to get Rosanna dumping tea into the Boston Harbor as we pull in. So that should be quite a sight. All right, so the boat has stopped here at Hull, Hull, and I thought I would just take a moment and step off and show you the site just right over here. People out on a Saturday morning rowing. You can see that. Zoom in a little bit. There you go. Here's how Bostonians might spend a Saturday morning. Look at that. You know, I can't help but to think, I'm reminded of the ferries over in Sydney Harbor. And it's going to, I might be over in Sydney here in the next few months doing a ferry. There's a gentleman over there fishing on a Saturday morning. All right, so there you see the city of Boston right there. And I gotta say, as we're pulling into Boston, these Bostonians aren't so bad. They're not so bad. I mean, put the Patriots aside and the Sox aside and the Bruins aside, and the Bostonians, they're pretty hospitable, nice people. So we're gonna have a wonderful day here. Look at that city. Isn't that beautiful? Boston strong, I think, is their saying. So there it is, folks, Boston. And Rosanna's probably thinking of all the places over there she can go shopping. Look at that. Just wonderful. Boy, what a beautiful day. All right, so I'm not quite sure why, but Rosanna is all smiles as we're coming in here to Boston.
The next stop is Long Wharf, Boston.
Very nice. Big city. I can tell it's a big city.
Lots of places to shop.
A lot of places to shop, yeah.
Say hello to your mom.
Oi, minha mãe. A gente tá chegando aqui na cidade de Boston, cidade grande, os prédios grandes, igual a Nova York.
And tell her that Tom is the craziest and funniest man you ever met.
Então esse homem louco aqui, esse repórter louco.
And also tell her that I'm very romantic.
Ele falou que ele é muito romântico.
Okay, I hope that translated to I'm very romantic. But boy, this is nice, folks. What a great experience. What a wonderful, wonderful experience. All right, here we are. Boston Harbor. Look at this. What a beautiful, beautiful morning. We're pulling in right alongside the Boston Aquarium. Just wonderful. We're going to spend the better part of the day here in Boston before heading back across the water back to Hingham. Just wonderful. So we'll have Rosanna dump her tea into the harbor here in just a moment. All right, welcome to Boston, Rosanna. Now there's a tradition here in America that people that first come to Boston have to do, okay? So you got to be part of the tradition. Here we go. Take this here. Hold that up. Yeah, hold that up. What is that?
It's a tea.
It's a tea. Okay, tear that bag open.
Open?
Yeah, open it up. Tear the bag open. Don't spill it. Don't spill it. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, empty it into the harbor. There you go. Empty it, yeah. And say, we are not going to pay your stinking tax.
I'm being rebellion America, not paying tax to
Yeah,
the English
yeah,
people.
you dump the tea, dump all of it. Dump it all in the harbor. There you go. All right. So Rosanna
See,
dumped
guys,
her
that's
tea.
what Tom makes me do.
Yeah, Rosanna dumped her tea into the Boston Harbor. Let's go see Boston. All right, let's go. All right, so here we are, Quincy Market, I think this area is called. And you know, there's all types of shopping opportunities here. But you know, as I was just telling Rosanna, that all the shops are closed on Saturdays.
No.
So it's unfortunate for you
Yeah, right.
that you happen to come to Boston on a Saturday because none of the shops are open.
No, they're probably gonna open at 10 o'clock. It's just 9 now, so I'm sure they're gonna open.
Oh, you're sure?
It's so nice, just one street.
Yeah, just one street. Look at all of these stores here. Wow. She's just looking around. Look at her. Just looking around at all the stores.
And you can imagine those shopping we see Tom. It must not be easy. 'Cause
Oh,
he
yeah.
don't like shopping. He don't like spend, money shopping. So I know it's gonna be a trouble here. Let's see. I will let you guys know later because I'm gonna make my own video on shopping with Tom.
That's not true. That's not true that I don't like shopping or spending money on clothes or shopping. I just don't like spending money, period.
But that's gonna change. I'm gonna make you shopping today.
Uh-oh.
For you, not for me, for you.
Okay. So here we are. Look at this. And here's one of the famous, the Great Hall. The Great Hall right there is, it's all covered up. You can see they're probably doing some restoration in it. So we're gonna find the Freedom Trail somewhere. Somewhere around here is the Freedom Trail. And we're gonna take a tour and spend a nice day here in Boston. Rosanna and I have found our way to the Boston Common, founded in 1634. And the Boston Common is just a beautiful, beautiful greenscape here in the center, the heart of Boston, if you will. And it's also where you pick up the Freedom Trail. So the Freedom Trail is a trail that'll take you along the various historic spots here in Boston. And it's right here you see the brick. So the bricks, these bricks right here, this path will take you all along the various historic spots of Boston. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to spend the day just walking along the Freedom Trail and maybe stopping a little bit here or stopping a little bit there. And should be just an absolutely wonderful day. You can see it's just a beautiful Saturday morning. You could not ask for a nicer Saturday morning here in Boston, Massachusetts. We found our way walking through the Boston Common, and I came across this. This is the type of the 56,571 mines laid and swept in the mine barrier placed in the North Sea by the United States Navy during the World War 1917 and 1919, the greatest achievement of its nature recorded in all naval history, and placed here as a tribute to those who sacrificed their lives to the survivors of this feat. This was presented to the city through the North Sea Mine Force Association in 1921. Look at that. Very interesting. Isn't that something? Wow. You wouldn't want to hit that in the middle of the night, I'll tell you. And then just over here you have I think this would be the War Memorial here in the Boston Common. There's a sign on the sign of the front of it that it's dedicated to those from the well, I could probably read it. It says to the men of Boston who died for their country on the land and sea in the war which kept the Union whole, destroyed slavery, and maintained the Constitution in Crestville. The Crestville City has built this monument that their example may speak to coming generations. Look at that. All right, let's go see the rest of Boston. All right, continuing along, we come across this Ferris wheel. And it's not, I don't know if they're actually running it yet, but I can still show it to you. Look at this. Really, really something. Look at that. Very nice. And I'll show you I don't know which one I would ride if I were on this. Look at the rooster there.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta wonder which animal Rosanna would ride. Maybe Rosanna would ride the zebra. You know, I don't know. Or she might get on the she might get on the she might get on the rabbit. You know, maybe Rosanna would ride the rabbit. I don't know. Look at this. Or she might be a cat person, you know. Rosanna might like to get on this cat. Nope, the cat's out of order. Okay. Rosanna says that she would do the horse. So, all right, folks, on with the tour. We found our way to a street that, if I'm not mistaken, is going to lead us to the very, very famous place where supposedly everybody knows your name. You know, that's what I've been told. It's a place where they film the popular TV show Cheers, and I'm really curious because, yeah, I don't know. You know, I'd be very surprised if we walk in there and everybody yells Rosanna. You know, they might. We will see, huh? What do you think? You think everybody will know your name?
No.
No, you don't think so. She doesn't think that everybody will know her name. So we'll find out here in just a moment whether or not everybody knows Rosanna's name or not. We're going to have to wait for another visit to see whether everybody knows Rosanna's name or not, because the bar doesn't actually open till 11, but the gift shop is open. So we'll go check out the gift shop. So here is the bar where everybody's supposed to know your name, and we'll wait another day to find out if everybody knows Rosanna's name or not. But let's go check out the gift shop. Alright, we found our way into the gift shop, and in doing so, there's some great pictures up on the wall of the cast of Cheers. Look at that. There's Frasier, and look at, there's Sam. And that's something. Unfortunately, the set is closed, but here's the gift shop where you could grab yourself some memorabilia, Woody's Goodies, Norm's Nuts. Isn't that something? Very nice. Get yourself a Cheers Boston shirt, and they have all types of different shirts that you can get up here. I'll share with you. Look at these. All right, so Rosanna's walking around here somewhere. We'll go find her and get on with our tour of Boston. From the Cheers gift shop to the public garden here in Boston, and I was just telling Rosanna that you know, down in Naples right now, you're not going to be finding people out on a Saturday morning in a public park, you know, walking and jogging and all that kind of stuff, are you?
No, I miss that over there.
Yeah, and Rosanna was saying that I can go walk the Freedom Trail and do shopping and all that kind of stuff, and she's just going to sit here and just appreciate the nature and get in touch with her inner self.
Yeah, I could do that.
All right, so let's I'm going to show you some of this. This is really a special place. Look at the beautiful flowers. I'm sure Etal over in Stockholm would appreciate this. Look at how beautiful. Isn't that something? Stop and smell the roses, or in this case flowers. Very, very nice. And then just over here you have a statue to the one and only Mr. Paul Revere. One if by land, two if by sea, if I'm not mistaken, was the famous message, or the signal that he was given as he began his midnight ride to warn that the British were coming. Very, very nice place. Look at this. There's swan and everything. Boy, you couldn't ask for a nicer day. Couldn't ask for a nicer way to end a New England trip. And on with the tour. All right, folks. Look at this. You've seen you travel the world and you see all types of street performers, and just when you think you've seen it all, look at this guy, Ramblin' Dan here.
How do you feel when love is away? Does it worry you to be on the floor? What do you feel at the end of the day? Are you sad 'cause you're on your own? I'll get by with a little help from my friends, yeah. Gonna try a little help from my friends. I'll get by with a little help.
All right, there you have it, folks. Ramblin' Dan. And this is where you would start the Freedom Trail here in Boston, the Visitor Information Center. And there's no shortage of folks out here willing to give you a tour of the Freedom Trail, but we're going to kind of wing it. And the Freedom Trail, as you can see here on the ground, is right here. Rosanna's standing on the Freedom Trail. So we're going to stay on the Freedom Trail and find our way back to where we started, the shopping area, Quincy Market, and all those other wonderful places right down by the harbor. So on with the trail, huh? And there is Rosanna. What do you think? The Freedom Trail, kind of interesting, huh?
Very interesting.
To be able to
Very
walk
interesting, yes.
to be able to walk the history,
Yes,
to be able to walk the history of the United States.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
Very interesting. I'm very excited. Such a nice town.
You moved here 19 years ago, correct?
Yes, to Florida.
And you're a U.S. citizen now, are you not?
Yes.
And do you remember the day you became a citizen?
The year maybe?
Do you remember when you became a citizen? You had to take a
I
test.
think 2006.
Didn't you have to take a test?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then they swore you in or something?
Yeah.
Like a little ceremony?
Yeah.
And then you went out and you got some ice cream at Dairy Queen to celebrate?
No, really.
No? You didn't, huh? All right. So, folks, on with the trail, and you can see it's leading right up to the Capitol, the domed Capitol, just up ahead, which will be the first stop. And I'm not going to do the whole tour. I'm just going to do little spots as we walk along, if only for the sake of brevity. And there would be the Massachusetts State House. And there would be the Massachusetts State House. And here you have the Massachusetts State House. All right, we found our way to the first stop on the Freedom Trail, the Massachusetts State House with the iconic gold dome up on the top. And it's not possible to do the whole Freedom Trail for you on this video. And if I'm not mistaken, I actually did the Freedom Trail a couple years back. And I'm sure if you dig deep enough into YouTube, you'll be able to find that. But anyway, I just wanted to share this with you as we begin the trip over the hike of the Freedom Trail here in Boston. Rosanna and I found our way into the King's Chapel here along the Freedom Trail, and I thought I'd just take a very, very quick moment and share this with you. Look at that, and look at the pews. That's kind of what struck me. You kind of walk in, there's a door or a gate or whatever you want to call it, and you go in and sit down. Very nice, very interesting. A lot of history here. Just outside the chapel is the graveyard, and I won't share all of it with you, but I want you to see these stones, these gravestones. Look at this. This one right here, this stone perpetuates the memory of M. Samuel Adams, who died April, can't read the date, but 1728, 47 years old. All right, we found our way to one of the more popular shopping areas in Boston, and I don't know how to pronounce this name. Faneuil, I don't know, but it's definitely one of the more popular places, and all Rosanna can do is just chat on her phone. All right, we found our way to Faneuil Hall, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and you know, as I walk through here, I thought to share with you, you know, one of the things that I really appreciate about Rosanna in the short time that I've known her is that she's willing to do almost anything, you know, almost, you know, like for example, if I said, Rosanna, grab one of those hats up there and let's see what you look like in that hat. And you see, she'll do it. She'll go and grab that hat, take off her sunglasses and put on her little revolutionary hat. Now, if you would, say 3 times after me, okay? 3 times you're going to say, the British are coming, the British are coming.
The British are coming, the British are coming.
Yeah, the British are coming. That's right. You did a great job, okay? You did a really, really good job, Rosanna. Oh, you're crazy. Just fantastic. All right, so we are back to where we started this walk this morning, back to the Quincy Market, and it is a lot crowdeder now than it was when we started. It's about lunchtime here, just after noon, and there are no shortages of places to grab a bite to eat here. And I'm just gonna kind of walk through the market with you. Here is you can get yourself some market fries, Boston famous right there, and we'll see if there's something here that Rosanna likes. There might be something like maybe some strawberry cheesecake. What do you think?
Let's see. It's a lot of stuff here. Let's see.
Yeah, what will Rosanna want? Maybe pizza? Maybe Rosanna's in the mood for some pizza.
Maybe. Yeah, it could be.
What do you think of Boston so far?
Oh, so nice.
You like it?
Very nice.
Next over here.
Very nice. It's a crowded place, I gotta tell you. Here you can get a Philadelphia steak and hoagie. There's some wicked lobster just up ahead. What a nice vacation, huh, Rosanna?
Very nice. Very nice.
The smile on her face says it all. All right, we'll find something to eat. All right, we're on our way out of the Quincy Market, and I saw this Love Pop, and I thought that this was something that I had seen on Shark Tank, and I thought I would share it with you as we walk out. Take a look at some of this beautiful, beautiful work here. These are greeting cards, if you will. Look at that. And there's a beautiful tree. Isn't that beautiful? They've got all types of trees, and there's a flower basket right here. Look at that. If I come around the front, they've got just all types of different little cards that you can get. Here's the Mayflower there. Statue of Liberty. There's a little train. This is my favorite down here. This little bird. All right, we found our way back to the harbor, and this is as good of any spot to wrap up this video, and in doing so wrap up a wonderful week, a wonderful New England vacation with Rosanna, and it really was nice. What do you think?
Very nice. Very nice. And Boston is like just so nice. To end up everything. I mean, leave it the whole nature and then came to a city so full of energy. It was just perfect.
Yeah. All right. So, goodbye, everybody. Have a nice day, and thanks for joining us on this trip.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, guys.